start managing focus. When you start managing focus, you have so much more time. You have so much more in the day. There's so much you can be more productive of because you're managing your focus.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever found yourself scrolling through social media and comparing your life to the highlight reels of others? Have you ever felt a pang of envy as you see someone else's success or happiness plastered across your screen? If so, you're not alone. In today's world, it's all too easy to get caught up in the trap of comparison, constantly measuring our worth against the seemingly perfect lives of those around us.
If you give up after the first time, or the 5th time, or the 30th time, what that really means is you didn't want it bad enough. There should be something you're believing for that you are relentless. You are not moved by how impossible it looks. You're not discouraged by how long it's taking. You don't give up because people told you no. Your attitude is, if I have to believe my whole life, I am not going to stop believing. I am not going to take no for an answer. I'm not going to settle for mediocrity. I'm going to keep pursuing what's in my heart.
We're bombarded daily with images and stories of success, beauty, and happiness, all carefully curated to evoke envy and desire. We see our friends traveling to exotic destinations, landing dream jobs, or achieving personal milestones, and we can't help but wonder, why not me? But here's the thing about comparison, it's a never-ending cycle with no winners. No matter how much success or happiness we achieve, there will always be someone else who seems to have it better. And when we measure our worth against the highlight reels of others, we set ourselves up for disappointment and self-doubt. But I'm here to tell you something important. The key to true happiness and fulfillment lies not in comparing yourself to others, but in focusing on your own journey. Yes, that's right. It's time to shift the spotlight away from others and onto yourself.
Everybody gets in this state of saying, when they hear a guru or a social media person say, this is what I do, and they want to make it their routine. I actually, it's funny, I work with an NFL one of my NFL quarterbacks, Russell Wilson, who plays for the Seattle's. Everybody came in and told him he needs to sleep more, he needs to sleep more. He's another five and a half hour guy. Yeah. So I said, okay. So his staff, I said, okay, let's monitor his sleep. So they were monitoring his sleep, and I looked at all the time. The times that he slept over 6 hours, he actually performed worse. He performed worse. But everybody was telling him, because the science says you need to do this, you need to. Yeah, in the general population, in the general public, it is. Now, I'm not telling everybody you need to do 5 hours worth of sleep because, it's worked for Albert and it's worked for Russell and it worked for Kobe and it worked for these people. No, you got to find out what works for you. If you're an individual that wants to get up before the sun gets up and you're ineffective, don't do it. People always ask me, when's the best time to work out? I tell you, whenever you can work out, that's the best time to work out. Whenever you can get into the gym. Now, if you're a performance athlete, that's different. Now we got to kind of strategize some things. But for the average individual, for a person that just wants to be healthy, when's the best time to work out? Whenever you can work out. If your performance is not at its peak level, then we need to make some adjustments, and you might need to sleep some more. Listen. At some point, as you get a little older, you may require, say, in the middle of the day, I may have to schedule a 20-minute nap, 20 minute nap. All right, and that's what I did with Kobe. I said, Kobe, okay, let's do this. How about if we schedule a nap? He goes, meditation? I said, no, not meditation. I said, just a nap. I said, you could be 20 minutes by yourself. I don't care. Just go in a room, nothing is. I don't care if you sleep. Just turn your phone off, turn the TV off, and just let your mind shut down. You gotta listen. You gotta listen to your body. If your body tells you, "Hey, I need to shut it down," shut it down for a little bit. All right. It's not. You want to be, when you're up, you want to be as productive as possible. Yeah. That's the thing. It's not the amount of hours you spend in the day. It's how much productivity can you cover in those hours. There's people that are up 16 hours a day and could literally be up 4 because that's how productive they are. They're only productive for 4 hours a day. All right, and there's other individuals that are so productive that they could be productive. They could do 12 hours worth of work in 8 hours. You know, in the book we talk about this. It's what individuals have to start doing, and this is going to be so important. Is we have everybody that wants to manage time. You're always managing time. We got to go from this to this to this to this to this. Everybody's on the schedule. Time. Stop managing time. Start managing focus. When you start managing focus, you have so much more time. You have so much more in the day. There's so much you can be more productive of because you're managing your focus. You're in that moment. When you're in the gym, you're focused. When you're with your kids, you're focused. When you're with your significant other, you're focused. When you're in your meetings, you're focused. When you're when you're at your with your business, you're focused. When you have those things, you have so much more time. You have so much more time to do. People that are constantly managing time, they get average results because they're trying to finish too many things and they're not doing it to the best of their ability.
We find ourselves pulled in countless directions, struggling to stay afloat amidst a sea of distractions. But what if I told you that the key to reclaiming control of your time lies not in managing your schedule, but in managing your focus? Think about it. When you're constantly looking over your shoulder, trying to keep up with the Joneses, you lose sight of what truly matters. You forget to nurture your own dreams and aspirations, instead getting lost in a sea of comparison and self-doubt. Sure, it's easy to get caught up in the comparison game, but let me ask you this, where does that get you? Does constantly measuring yourself against others bring you any closer to your goals? Does it make you happier, more fulfilled, more content with your life? I didn't think so. There's so much more you can accomplish, so much more you can achieve simply by harnessing the power of your focus. But how do you go about managing focus, you may ask? It starts with intentionality. Set clear goals for yourself, both short-term and long-term, and prioritize them accordingly. Identify the tasks that align most closely with your values, your passions, and your overarching objectives, and devote your focus to them wholeheartedly. Next, cultivate the habit of mindfulness. Practice being fully present in whatever you're doing, whether it's working on a project, spending time with loved ones, or simply taking a moment to relax and recharge. Train your mind to resist the pull of distractions and instead immerse yourself fully in the task at hand. Another crucial aspect of managing focus is eliminating unnecessary distractions from your environment. This may mean decluttering your workspace, turning off notifications on your phone, or setting boundaries with others to minimize interruptions. By creating a conducive environment for concentration, you pave the way for heightened productivity and efficiency. And perhaps most importantly, be kind to yourself. Recognize that managing focus is a skill that requires practice and patience. There will inevitably be days when your concentration wavers, when distractions seem insurmountable, but don't let that discourage you. Remember that each moment is an opportunity to realign your focus and take proactive steps towards your goals. As you embark on this journey of managing focus, you'll discover a newfound sense of empowerment and liberation. No longer will you feel shackled by the constraints of time. Instead, you'll wield it as a tool to sculpt the life you've always envisioned. So start today. Start managing focus and watch as your days become more vibrant, more productive, and more fulfilling than ever before. The world is yours for the taking, and with the power of focus at your fingertips, there's nothing you can't achieve. So let's make a pact, right here, right now. Let's commit to focusing on ourselves, on nurturing our own dreams and ambitions. Let's stop wasting our time and energy trying to live up to someone else's standards and start living up to our own. That's when doors start to open, opportunities start to appear, and you realize that the only person you ever needed to compete with was yourself. It starts with a simple shift in mindset. Instead of asking yourself, why can't I be more like them? Ask yourself, what can I do to become the best version of myself? Embrace your uniqueness, your strengths, and your passions. Celebrate the journey that has brought you to where you are today and use it as fuel to propel you forward. We remember that the journey of self-focus is not a solitary one. We surround ourselves with people who support and uplift us, who cheer us on as we pursue our dreams. We celebrate the successes of others not with envy, but with genuine happiness, knowing that their achievements do not diminish our own. So I urge you, my friends, to choose the path of self-focus. Choose the path that honors your uniqueness, that celebrates your journey, and that leads to a life filled with meaning and fulfillment. The path may be challenging at times, but I promise you, the rewards are worth it. So go ahead, take that first step. Dare to dream big, dare to be bold, dare to focus on yourself and watch as the world opens up before your eyes.
It's time to get real, it's time to get raw, it's time to look ourselves in the mirror and come to the resolve that this version of ourself is not going to carry us in the stretch. I've been this version of myself long enough that if I don't change, if I don't do something about this, then I'm going to find myself bankrupt.
For me to understand, for me to be better, for me to be stronger.
The time for comparison is over. Focus on yourself right now. Are you ready to embrace it? Thank you all for taking the time and energy to watch the entire video. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found inspiration in this video. Share it with your friends and family so they can also be inspired just like you. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to stay updated with our latest videos. Let's together create strong energy to conquer all challenges in life. See you in the next videos. Thank you and have a great day, everyone.